Hello. It's been a while since I spoke to you guys. I feel like for once I actually have things to talk to you about as well, which is really nice. I feel like often I don't know how people do these really extensive long talking videos because I just run out of things to say. It has been a very busy July, I will say. I feel like I've been all over the place and I'm really excited because from now on I am not leaving London. I'm gonna stay here and just enjoy the summer. I feel like this is when the UK is its best and you really need to enjoy it and make the most of it. So I'm staying put, hoping the weather will change. It is super grey today. I headed out on my run this morning. It was actually really nice, but I got back and it just feels like this cloud is just over the whole of the city, which isn't so nice, but I'm not mad about it. We got back yesterday at about midday from Spain. My sister-in-law is Spanish and they've been spending the summer out in the south of Spain, but oh my goodness, it was just boiling. So we spent a lot of the holiday and the trip just at the beach. I don't know how many of you guys watching this would be Spanish, but I just could not wrap my head around the late night. Obviously it's so warm, but we ended up like having dinner at 10:30 and then staying out until like 1, 2, just like chatting, and it was really nice. I'm still needing Spanish lessons, so if anyone has any recs, please let me know. I thought I would show you guys a little haul of some things that I picked out on my recent trips. The other trip I did was to Amsterdam and I have vlogged that, so I'm hoping to bring that out next week, but I kind of wanted to bring this day in the life catch-up vlog out before then, but it's just been a while and my last video was obviously the Dolomites trip. Anyway, I went to Amsterdam with Gia and we had like a lovely 3 days. I think, yeah, it was only 2 nights in Amsterdam. Picked out some really good bits. I feel like Amsterdam is so good for the shopping and I actually forget how good the vintage shopping is. I always pick out good stuff every time I go there. I just feel really inspired to change my wardrobe. I think now it's summer I get very stressed and I think I look at my wardrobe and I know what makes me feel good and what makes me comfortable and I know what I need in my wardrobe. I do feel like I'm missing a few basics. Anyway, back to the haul, the collective haul. The first thing I got were these gorgeous Bali kitten heels. These are so cute. They're kind of like leather and suede. The bow is like a suede. I don't know if you can see that. Next thing from Amsterdam I picked out were these red jorts. I've worn these a lot. There was something about them. I thought they looked so good. Went to the biggest vintage market in Amsterdam, which was just the other side of the river, like north of the city. And it was huge. It was a little bit overwhelming, like so much stuff there, but some really good gems and pretty reasonably priced. This is the blazer. It's kind of a grey. It looks blue on camera, but it's got kind of, I don't know what you say, like pattern, 100% cotton, which I really like, and slightly oversized. So the perfect blazer. Spain, I picked out a few bits, only a couple. I just wanted to show you guys. First off, this basket bag. I love a basket bag. They are so useful, so handy. You throw everything in. And this one is great. It's got 2 handles, which I appreciate, and then the long one, the over the shoulder. So yeah, this is a great purchase. And I also picked out these really cute little cups. Archie actually picked these out, which is rare because Archie never buys anything. And they were made by the lady who runs the shop. So she said it's really special to see people buy them. I wish we got more, but we'll be back. That's my little collective haul of a few new things. I've got lots of like random things to get on with. So I'm gonna get on with those now. Catch you guys in a bit. The afternoon, and I just wanted to show you the flat updates that we've made, because I initially was going to film a whole video about this, and maybe I will, because there's still stuff. We had a proper good declutter, got rid of some furniture, changed the space around a little bit. It's not too crazy, but I'm happy with it as it is. There are still a few things I'm kind of like on the hunt for and that we want. It's a work in progress, and you can't rush these things. I think that's something I definitely learned this year. Okay, so this is the present. This was the bench that the TV was on there. We did initially have this with the table here, which I did really like, and it was so nice when we had people over, but we did kind of need somewhere for the mirror, the lamp, the plant, and all of that stuff. Currently having to shovel the cables in this basket bag underneath because it's really messy. I think this must have been like a TV spot, because there's also like a TV cable aerial thing there, but I just don't know what to do because it looks so messy. We also got this trunk relatively recently from La Redoute, I think I've said that right, and I love it. We've got all of our like linens and stuff in there. It fits so perfectly under there, makes me so happy. We've got the chair there, the table has stayed put there, and then we've also just kept the sofa there. We basically spent such a long time moving the sofa between there and there. We tried it in all these different places, but this ended up being the best spot for it. But when we do watch stuff on the projector, which we have the projector there, we do end up moving the sofa around. And now I've just put the mirror here, just in this random spot. But I don't really know. I feel like it looks a lot better, like it looks a lot clearer, but there are still things that I want to change and like rearrange and everything. But for now, it works so much better. I thought I would just sit down and I can talk you guys through my thought process and everything. I feel so much happier with how everything flows now. The bedroom hasn't really changed much, and I think I showed you guys this morning. I do want to just introduce a bit more colour in there because it feels very like grayscale, monochromatic. I really need like a small chest of drawers or bedside table my side of the bedroom. So I've been like looking on Facebook Marketplace. I kind of want a little wooden bedside table kind of thing. I'll put some pictures up of what I'm kind of thinking. And then in here, we want a floor lamp, like a nice metal arch floor lamp. They're obviously very trendy, but we don't have any ceiling lights in this room, which I'm not mad about, but we do just have to be creative with the lighting choices. And I think a floor lamp would look really nice. I also just want to introduce some more colour in that way. So if anyone has any tips or like suggestions, please let me know. I also want to make a massive piece of art to stick on the back wall. And when I mean massive, I mean like huge. I want it to take up the whole wall, but I want to do this myself, figuring out my own style and what I want to do. So I'll get there, but it's just when, and I don't want to rush it. As we know, we don't like rushing. Part of resetting the space has had me really reflecting on this year in London and just wanting to make little upgrades to our everyday. This ties in super nicely with Hello Clean, who are sponsoring this portion of the video. When I first moved to London, I actually found I lost so much hair. That wasn't something that I'd ever struggled with before. My hair just felt super brittle, so I knew that this time around I needed to do something different about it. I made sure to get a Hello Clean shower head. I actually bought this first one that I had. I'd seen lots about it online, and super easy. I'll include a little video. You just twist it into place and it works to remove over 90% of damaging chlorine. Notice my hair is less brittle. My products work so much better. A super simple fix, but it honestly makes all the difference. And it's also really cute. The pressure is also way better, which is something I didn't really expect. If you're in a similar position, living in a city or somewhere with hard water, I really recommend Hello Clean. I will link link them in the description down below so you can check it out for yourself too. Just off to do a few jobs. I've just got changed because I think it's a little bit cold outside. Wearing this jacket, basket bag to shove everything in, these old Stradivarius jeans which I wear all the time, and then I've got these funny shoes which I know are a little bit controversial but I actually love them, and these are my new Jimmy Fairley sunglasses. Guys, I'm back from the shop. This is the package I'm super excited to show you guys. From Addison Ross, who are a London-based home brand, and they sent new salt and pepper mills. First off, I went for this lovely cobalt blue, which matches the blanket in the background there. And then I didn't want to get the same because obviously then you can't tell the difference between what's salt and what's pepper. This navy one for the salt, different, and they go together and they look really cute.